Would you have a burp bundle,
Yeah,
which would be like your three or four best ones
yeah.
for
I
like
mean,
50.
that's what we're going. Oh, podcast has started.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know.
No, no, they just got to go with
So
it.
it's a thing. It is episode 0.09,
Yes,
and it is Monday, January the 25th.
I'm Kevin, also known as
I'm
Raylan.
Drew.
I'm Nolan.
All right, we're not going to even discuss what that was talking about. We're just rolling on through.
Now let's continue with our burp fetish talk.
Yeah, yeah. So we're talking
You
about.
say,
Yeah. Now just keep going. We'll just
no,
continue
let's
the
hard skip
conversation.
that. Let's hard skip that.
No, we're good. So I don't know. Like we were just discussing it as you're one to do, and then I clicked record. Just gotta keep things spicy. Gotta keep it real, authentic for the people. Also, partly so
Yeah.
that I can avoid Drew trying to make me actually properly record and edit the podcast, so we have to randomly start during people talking about the burp fetish.
I asked Kevin when he wants me to recording and then emailing that to him so he can sync up and have good quality for all three people.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No, that's effort.
It's not even that hard.
But it's effort. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back.
I have news for you. It's not one straw that breaks a camel's back. It's all the other straws.
No, the other straws are fine. It's that one.
Do you ever think that meant like drinking straws and not like bailing straw?
I don't know. I think I did. I thought it was,
It,
yeah.
it took me a long time to figure out, like, oh, the camel's carrying the straw. Okay, I get it now. Little
Yeah,
dumbass kid.
I think that's one of those phrases. Like I'll agree with Nolan that I never quite grasped why it. Like I grasped the meaning, but I never quite grasped the like actual intent of it until
Yeah.
later. Similar to the phrase "inside baseball."
Yeah, obviously that means the what's inside the diamond, not the outfield.
I I, I thought it was.
It's when you're pitching and the guy who's up to bat is like a former track star, and you know like he can't hit it to the outfield, he can only bunt, so you tell everybody to come in, and then you look at him and he just sees the devil that is you.
Okay, I'm glad you went there, so I got the reference. Because I was gonna say I thought it was because the TV show Inside Baseball back in the day, but you saved it.
TV show was named after Inside Baseball.
No, no, the TV
Like
show
the
was Inside Baseball.
Yeah, but I think the phrase came before the TV
I
show.
thought the Inside Baseball made. I'm looking it up. Holy crap! You are correct. Actually, you are double correct, Drew. Inside Baseball meant about just bringing everyone in, just like that episode of One Outs. That's where it started. And then it became, because that was the name of the show, it became, like, the show was inspired by that. And then that became what it means. Wow.
It's a baseball.
Dang. I learned.
Listen,
I learned
not
today.
not not to brag, but I do own All Star Baseball 2, or sorry, Baseball All Stars 2 on Steam.
Dang.
If you ever want to play uh, that baseball game Joe Thoreau plays in Part 3, that's the game to get.
I think the only baseball game I played.
The Jakers.
I think I played one for the NES, and then I played one for like Genesis. I played a lot of sports games on the Genesis. My favorite was, of course, Mutant League football and hockey. Those games ruled.
Yeah.
I like the show too. I'm not gonna rewatch that show because I don't. I want to let it live in my brain. But I always remember liking Mutant League, the show. It was a critique on like athleticism and capitalism and stuff. You know, ahead of its time.
Trying to think of any sports games I played on like that early era of consoles, and the only one I can remember is like what was that, like F1 racing game on the Super Nintendo?
The one that was like pixely.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. I also liked NBA Jam. I liked NBA Jam a lot.
Yeah. Harry Potter Quidditch.
Harry Potter Quidditch. There we go.
Game's only good against CPUs.
Yeah, because real people understand that it just never ends.
You just match tackle.
Yeah, it's just nonstop hard checking. It's impossible. which makes it a complete accurate metaphor. Am I using the metaphor correctly?
I wonder what Canadian quiz would look like.
Oh yeah. Well, you'd have a quaffle.
There'd be some real checks in that.
Yeah, you'd
There's some real checks
hockey
in that, eh?
I got
against the board.
Okay, so I got to the part as I'm gradually watching Letterkenny with my dad. My dad's watched a lot more of it. He really likes that show. Where
The new season just came out.
yeah, where like the hockey players went to like I think it's like season 2, or they went to like the other hockey team. And the other hockey team is like keep talking about leg day.
Oh, they've just made it to like the professional team.
Yeah. And they're like, oh no. It ended with them getting farted in the face and just sitting in like a circle looking sad.
Okay, so I just watched those episodes as well the other day.
It was really good.
Also means you've met Shorzy,
Yeah.
I love Shorzy.
aka Wayne with a hockey helmet.
Just a lot of characters are just Wayne doing a voice.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's pretty much the entire Crack and Egg call-ins.
It's good. It's a good show. Letterkenny. Pretty good. Pretty good. Like it's infected my dad's like vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
He will whatever. Like I can't do it, but he says not so bad in you a lot.
Yeah. Oh, not so bad. You. No, the one that is deepest in my brain is anytime somebody says "to be fair."
A lot of allegedlys get used. It's good. So what's up?
So I think that show picks up a lot when the second in command, power hungry Goth leaves.
I don't know. I think he's I don't know. I still think it's good. I thought it was good from like episode 2.
I just like it. I just like it better whenever he leaves. I like it. I like Stewart and Rold better than whatever that other guy's name was.
I know who you're talking about. It's like there's Stewart, the other guy, and then like third.
Yeah.
Nah, Stewart's great. Oh, he's great in that like look at this asshole character way. I'm not like, oh man, like you gotta I love that
to
character.
Me is Shorzy.
What?
That to me is Shorzy.
Oh, where it's the catalyst character.
Come on, bud, give me enough to tug. I just
What?
love it. Come on, bud. Give me Mexico. Fuck you, Riley. Fuck you, Jamesy. Fucking love Shorzy. I think the hockey stuff picks up once Shorzy comes in.
Yeah.
Before I didn't give a crud about it.
I like the hockey players. I like them because they're kind of.
I do like Riley and Jonesy.
They're the Moe. The hockey players are the Moe
Yeah.
characters of Letterkenny. Or I want to protect them.
I like that they get an entire B storyline for like pretty much an entire season.
Oh yeah, because they're like they're the douche bros, but they're kind of bad at it, so you want them to help them. Like you know. I don't know his name, but of the Hick crew, I like the fat guy. He's probably
Squirrely Dan.
Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, Squirrely Dan.
I like him.
He got a finger up his bum.
I like how he talks. It's pretty good.
He enjoyed it.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
I think it was the end
That's
of
what I
like
appreciate about you.
the end of like I think it was like season 1 or something, where he just yells, "Your sister's hot, Wayne," and just starts running away. It's like that's genius, and he goes, "Calm down there."
There's another good part where they're just all shitting on Squirrely Dan. He's like, you know what? I'm out. I'm gonna go eat all your food. I'm like, that's a king right there.
Exactly. That's why I love him. It's great. It's a great show. So what's oh god, what did they say? So what's with you or whatever? How are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, good, and you?
Yeah. So how are you
not so bad.
guys?
I'll go ahead and go. I'm okay right now. I recently did have some bad news last week
Oh, I'm sorry.
with my family. So, I mean, it happens. But beyond that, I'm alright. Mainly just been... I tried to do Cyberpunk again, but I turned it back off because I cannot handle that game.
Yeah, I would just put that one in the freezer.
Yeah, it's in the oven. I want to let it bake a bit.
Yeah. Eventually someone's going to make a YouTube video and it's either going to be entitled like The Regoodening of Cyberpunk or Cyberpunk Was Never Regoodened. And then you need to know that's when you read Cyberpunk it.
Basically, I think a good way to wait for that game is whenever you finally get a PS5, sufficient time should have passed that along with the improved console power, it's playable.
Valid. Because I'm not going to get a PlayStation 5 for a while.
Beyond that, once again, watching a lot of Letterkenny, watching a lot of Big Woman from Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah.
But we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
And
We can just...
the only other thing...
We can go into it.
Good.
All right.
I mean, I'll let Drew get to it and we can swing back around because I think Big Woman's probably in the news.
I don't... yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I think he qualifies as news too.
It's also sexy, Stoof.
Yes. There's only two other things I've been doing. I recently watched WandaVision, which is the new, I guess, Marvel show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Really good so far. Because it keeps like progressing into like it went from like I Love Lucy to like Charmed to like the Brady Bunch with each episode. And it's a really neat premise, and I can't wait to see like how it finishes.
It did the Concrete Revolution.
I wish it evolved into like Family Matters.
Oh,
and
that'd
like
be
an
sick.
Urkel character.
You have Vision doing the Tim Allen grunt.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah, once it gets to like 90s.
Yeah.
Because I think it's currently in like 70s TV shows. So like, I can't wait for that 90s. But the only other thing I've been doing is I've been watching a lot of Warhammer matches.
Oh no.
Yeah! Yeah!
I'm really liking the look of the cows.
Oh, you're a towel boy.
Yeah, I'm really liking them. But yeah, I've been watching like there's a channel Play On. Has a
Play on
couple of games they
tabletop?
do. Yeah,
Dude, I love play on tabletop. They edit it so
I've
well.
I've watched like 5 or 6 hours of it this week.
Ah, you're getting in there.
I I'm not in there yet. I haven't bought anything.
No, oh, no, no. But
Where
you're,
Kevin's at too. He hasn't actually bought anything.
yeah. But I'm
I'm
like,
really
you're
close
dipping
though.
the
I'm really
toe.
close.
No, Tau are cool. Tau are cool. I'm gonna be that guy. I think Tau are awesome.
I just like how they look. That's really about it.
Okay, so
If I'm buying figurines, it's going to be for how they look.
well, yeah, no, that's how you. So, because we'll take the aside. Like that's how you play the tabletop war game. Is if you decide to take the plunge, which I'm always thinking about, is you buy the faction that you think looks the coolest, because how game balance whatever works, someone's always going to be at the top and bottom, and that shifts. But if you don't want to be the person that's like, well, I spent $500 on Space Marines that I hate, and now they suck. But if you always play the units you like, they're cool.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, they got the
Yeah,
cool
but-
robots. They look like
They
Briarios.
have some really cool mech designs. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, and the lore is, I like their lore because they're effectively the Covenant from Halo, but like in Warhammer universe that makes you like lower tier as you're trying to fight the four space Satans, and you're like, oh crap, what the hell? And then there's the bugs. It's like, oh man, it's the greater good. Tau's, I like the Tau.
Very good. Yeah. I was either going to do that or then maybe get some, like, I think the Grey Knights are the only other faction I like.
Grey Knights are
Space
cool.
Marines.
I like the Grey Knights.
Like I said, just aesthetic, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, no,
But
that's how you do it.
yeah, that's pretty much been my week.
Yeah,
What about you, Drew?
yeah, Drew.
I finished up watching Thunderbolt Fantasy.
Ah, the rewatch. Did you watch all of it?
Yep. I haven't rewatched the movies yet.
Okay.
But yeah, those puppets are still good, and I'm excited for April.
So any knowledge or any insights upon rewatch that have jumped into your brain?
I don't think so. I think
Just letting it think.
yeah, like I don't think
Yeah,
there's
that's
anything
true.
that really where I was like, other than you're just going along the whole time and you already like know the reveals. Like that's always like fun.
Yeah.
And it's just like how obvious it's Bones of Creation keeps saying, but this sword was able to kill the like demon god, and everyone else is like, yeah, death and destruction don't even like conceptually exist for these demon gods, and the old edgeless blade's the only one who like seems to have a disconnect on what that means, and everyone else is like not even thinking about it.
Yeah. I like that whenever you're looking at all edgeless blade, and you just whenever there's that part I think in season 1 where they're having this discussion of about like the chaos, basically the dead waste, and no one could get through it, and he's just kind of looking to the side like, yeah, no one could ever get through that.
Yep.
That'd be impossible. And then it's like in season 2 where everyone gets through it and they're like, well, it was really tough. We walked and there's like this band full of like cannibals, and then they were all killed, and Edgeless Blade's like, yeah, that was a tough fight. And then there's like this dragon, and then
I thought
it was dead.
no, the dragon was just missing a wing.
Oh yeah, because he wounded it and got by it, and he's just like, yep.
Yeah.
They just kept he kept talking about how like, yeah. Is season 1 the one where he says, I just walked through it, and they all laugh at him?
Yeah. Season 2 is where when his buddy Lee Tu, the guitar man, shows up,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Well, knowing you, when you got asked that, you probably said like with my own 2 legs."
It's like, yeah. Oh man,
Ah,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's...
I watched Brazil this week.
Oh, that's one of those movies that's like, is Brazil the one where it's like all like neatly shot? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
It's all what?
Like the shots and the shot composition is neat.
The shot compositions?
Yeah, like in the movie.
What about the shot compositions?
Like they're neat. Or am I thinking of another movie?
I
think I'm. I,
I
don't know.
mean,
Just
the
tell
shot-
me. I think my wires got crossed.
It's a movie about like the authoritarian state, and we're following our main character who's also like has bouts of fantasy.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
What did you say his name was? You kind of cut out there.
Say me or Kevin cut out.
You.
You.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
The name of the movie is Brazil.
Yeah.
Is it just Brazil? I thought it was okay. Just Brazil. All right.
Yeah, just Brazil. It is yet again the solution of I go to the used book movie store and I look at the Criterion movies.
That's a good plan.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's some fun.
I mean,
And Brazil I've heard about too for a long time. And then they had it for like $3, which is kind of the usual going rate for a Criterion movie, even as a used place, is like at least $10, normally $15. So I don't know why this one was only $3.
maybe
Well, I enjoyed it.
maybe because it was not the typical clientele's what they want.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was worried too. Apparently, when it first came to the U.S., they re-edited it to have a happier ending, because naturally producers would know that tests better.
Yeah.
Uh,
But thankfully, it was not.
Good.
It was the original ending and everything.
Good. That's what it needs to be.
that's good at least.
But yeah, I'd say if you like the authoritarian satire of Starship Troopers, watch Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Good job, Drew. You know how to intrigue. You know what movie to intrigue me. It's like,
Yep.
it's like if you liked Death Race 3, you should check out Brazil. It's like, oh, maybe I should.
Other than this week, I've been watching Scrubs and Top Gear.
All right.
Yeah.
What are your opinions on both?
Well, it's a rewatch for both. So, Scrubs is nice in that they're 30-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I've seen so much of Scrubs just because it was syndicated on Comedy Central and aired all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if memory serves, does Scrubs have like a ongoing plot, or is it just kind of episodic? Because I want to say it was episodic.
It's mostly episodic, but it does have through lines.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking of. The closest I would say is like How I Met Your Mother, sorta.
Yeah.
How you could jump in any episode, but it's like, oh, now he's dating blah.
Yeah, but it rewards consistent viewing.
Yeah.
Gah. I think my favorite character on that show is Ted. just the lawyer who is completely inept and just totally gets dogpiled on by life.
I haven't seen Scrubs, so I can't
I
comment.
don't know. I think my this isn't my favorite character, but it's my favorite side character, and that's Snoop Dogg intern.
That's a good one.
I'm sorry, Snoop Dogg resident now.
Just say Snoop Dogg.
He has like the best jokes.
Because that's his name in the show. He doesn't actually get a name, and it's not even Snoop Dogg.
Good.
It's just some random black guy that kind of looks like Snoop, and they're like, that's Snoop Dogg's intern.
I think that was
Scrubs.
I think
And
Scrubs.
Black Scrubs.
I think Scrubs was a show that like my dad didn't like because he was in medicine and he says this is wrong and not how it is, and so we never really watched it.
It's like you when you were a student teaching and saw the pilot for Clarence.
Yeah, I couldn't handle Clarence, but it got too real at some points. And I'm like, I can't handle it. I think that's how my dad was with Scrubs. It's like, I can't handle this.
Yeah. I have heard Scrubs is more realistic than Grey's Anatomy, but that is not a high bar.
No. We obviously did not watch Grey's Anatomy. Listen, if you like
Seasons with George Clooney.
If you're out there and you're into Grey's Anatomy, that's okay. Just I'm not watching that show. I ain't watching it.
But I'm also trying to figure out then how when Scrubs is over, and by over I mean like not even the last season because that's not a good season. We just transition right into MASH.
Ooh. Have you ever seen the movie of MASH?
I like the show better.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think, because I watched the movie of MASH, and I liked it until, like, a third of the way through, they decide to have a football game, and the movie's plot stops, and it becomes, like, bad. I hated the football game segment of the MASH movie. I feel like it loses everything that made it work. That's my hot
show.
That's my hot.
Show's good.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's my hot MASH take, MASH movie take, for all the boomers out there.
You MASH fans.
Yeah,
you
mashed potatoes as they're called.
Yeah.
Bangers and MASH.
Yeah, all you bangers and MASH. All you bangers of MASH.
Yeah, there you go. With your Dr. Hawkeye fan cams.
BJ Honeycutt with or without mustache? What do you think?
Oh, I don't remember. I gotta take a look.
He's not in the movie.
Okay, I gotta take a look. All right,
When are they gonna remake MASH? That's the real question.
Oh, it'll probably exist.
They don't.
No, they'll remake everything. Everything gets remade.
It's only a matter of time.
We gotta wait to the news before we get to talk about other stuff.
We need a fun war to happen, and then we get a new MASH.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, why don't they just set it up in the Middle East?
You can. I don't. That's.
Yeah, see.
Oh,
that's gonna be tough.
That there's something about that like there's something. What I'm trying to say is like the time has changed. We're now look at that, and I think it's because I don't know, man. Okay, I've got it. We said.
To me, what has really changed about it is. So MASH is about the Korean War, but the show was airing during the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And it was also critical of war. which I
Yes.
feel like any major network these days is not going to have that message, and it will all be pro-soldier.
Yeah, like it'll be like the troops, which
Yeah.
which means we have to set it in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. Because then, listen, Warhammer is a critique on both war and authoritarianism and fashion. All that stuff that's critiqued in there. It's baked in. And
No, but it has to be the boys though.
yeah, it's the orc boys.
It's the orcs. It's the orcs.
Orcs boys, we're going in there with them Space Marines. Oh man, yeah.
I would watch it.
I would watch that.
I'm saying that's how you solve it. You just take your thing because that's a setting where everyone's like, nah, it's fine. What? This is we're not talking about the American military. We're just talking about how the Astra Militarum recruits people and sends them out to die with not a care in the world. You know, that's fictional.
Listen, they have to sacrifice like 1,000 psychics a day.
Yeah.
So we can keep using our ship.
So we can prop our dead god on the throne. I mean, there's nothing. There's no commentary here. There's no politics.
That's just patriotic, man. That's loyalty.
See you Warhammer mash and raise you Clone Wars mash.
That's good too.
Oh, yeah.
That would be good too.
Okay, yeah.
Disney, let me tell you, that's you want your next Mandalorian. You want your like Star Wars, but it's a low setting with the common man. Star Wars mash. I think it would work.
Star Mash.
Yeah. Stash.
Stash, yeah. Stash.
Yeah, stash.
Wars.
Mash Wars.
Mash Wars. That's good too.
I think like we joke, but I actually think that show could work quite well.
Yeah.
Because you could have like just because dealing with like the Republic and the stuff and the disposable, you can get a lot in there. You can do a lot, and people like that kind of stuff when you're taking your giant world and you're zooming in on a section.
Focusing on the mundane.
Yeah. The mundane life of a fantastical world is always neat.
Yep.
I've always
What other shows would do good in that setting?
I'm just thinking.
Okay, no, I had an idea. Deep Space Nine, but Star Wars.
like a outpost. And it's
Yeah, just an outpost.
yeah, that would work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think MASH Star Trek would work because like the Federation is still like. I don't think that would work unless it's like terrible Star Trek Picard Federation where they're like fascist now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's not what I come to Star Trek for.
Like my brain dipped over to what about like it's a MASH unit for the what's Worf?
Klingons.
Yeah, like Klingon MASH unit, but they wouldn't be critical of like why are they sending our boys to die? It would be like, oh, this glorious soldier shall get fixed up so he can go do it again.
Or they kill him if they can't. Like ritually. Yeah. They just stab him. You're like, well, you died with honor. It's like, no, that doesn't work. No.
Send his heart to his family.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't know. I think Star Wars is probably the best one.
Everybody loves Raymond Star Wars.
Yes, everybody loves Star Wars. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, it's a sitcom. Everybody loves Raymond style, starring Han Solo and Leia's family.
There you go.
See, I was gonna say Star Wars Cheers.
Ooh, like it.
The cantina. Yeah.
Okay, I just came up with it because I'm an idiot. You said it during the Clone Wars. and you call it Clone High. you get Lord and Miller,
God.
and he said it during like the Clone High like training facility,
Training thing.
and he called it Clone High. Yeah, Professor Scudworth's there. just do it. Mr. Butlertron.
He's just always getting grilled by the really tall alien people.
Yeah. Yes. But he's like Scudworth's like a Sith or something. He's like, I will use them for my Dark Master. Like, we are in the room, Scudworth. Oh, shit. Oh.
Is he like Dooku?
Yeah. There you go. I like it. I'm down. Down with the Star Wars. Anything else you want to talk about, Drew?
I started playing Street Fighter V again.
How's that going for you?
I picked Abigail because I looked up Tokido's tier chart for Season 5, and Abigail's in the top tier.
Yeah, Abigail. You got the rolls. You got them big punches.
Yeah. Also, he's not that common to see, so that, fills my hipster needs.
I have that hipster need, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's...
It's a problem of, like, you look at Akuma, it's like, well, this guy's an obvious top tier, and then it's like, but look at how many people play Akuma. I can't play Akuma. I'm unique. I'm special.
This is me in
Abigail, yeah.
This is me in like every fucking game, like every card game I see, I'll see the tier list or whatever. I'm like, I'm not picking S tier. Because everyone is. I'm not going to be that guy. I'll pick like the A tier.
I'm going to pick A tier.
Yeah, because I'm special, but I still want to win. Ooh. Man. I watched. Unless I'm interrupting. If I.
I think that covers everything I've done the past week.
All right, I watched the old Clint Eastwood Western Joe Kidd, and I liked it a lot. It's very good. It's basically just what you would think a Clint Eastwood Western would be.
Okay, compare it to Starship Troopers now.
Okay, I don't think it's very good compared to Starship Troopers. I think it's not that nuanced, or as nuanced as Unforgiven, or Bone Tomahawk, or Ombre. But it's
The
good.
Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yeah, but it's like a solid Western. Like, you watch that movie, you're like, tropes. But it's always like in the brain you're going, yeah, but this is like where the tropes were established. I also can't.
It was new and fresh at the time.
Oh yeah, and I can never unsee Western Clint Eastwood as Jotaro, because that was like Araki's inspiration for Jotaro. Was how like Clint Eastwood acted in old westerns. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm down with it. Watching some Letterkenny. Still watching like a bunch of the Andy Griffith Show. I watch that with my dad every day. We watch usually like an episode a day. So that's great. Ernest T showed up. I love Ernest T. He's grand.
It's Ernest T.
He's just like a goblin man that shows up screaming, and I'm like, that's great. and then you also get the Darlings, who I love because they keep referring to the Mayberry folks as city folk. That's funny.
I remember being very confused because the first time I saw an Ernest T episode was like in 8th grade. And he wears the same outfit as like Ernest Goes to Camp Ernest.
Oh, you thought they were the same Ernest?
Pants and a vest. and some kind of hat.
Yeah.
And is Ernest Goes to Camp a spin-off of Andy Griffith's show?
Okay, I could see that. I saw that. Okay, so Drew posted the image about the kid who made his like cardboard Game Boy and talked about how Nintendo flew down and gave him $1 million thing, whatever. Which is funny. Clearly fake, but funny.
Oh.
Because I could see it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went to, speaking of Warhammer, yo, I've been watching a lot of Warhammer shit. I've been on that train. I went down, I visited the game store, whatever, that we have in town when it was open. And like I talked to either the guy that runs it. I couldn't tell if he runs, or just was working there. But it was pretty good. And they're basically, yeah, they're like, they have a bunch of plans to open up once they can get all their staff vaccinated, which I'm like, yeah, that's about all you can do. But it looks pretty good.
Sensible and safe.
What?
That's sensible and safe.
Yeah. And it was and it's one of those things where it's like what the guy was talking, it's like, nah, we're gonna have a bunch of shit going on, like painting on Wednesdays. We can just come down and paint your models. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
I like that.
I do like. I was like, oh man, that's cool. And I was like, I was like, hopefully, pretty good. But yeah, like I'm hankering for Warhammers. I'm glad Nolan wanted to do Tau. That's respectable. Personally, I like the Necrons. I think they're cool.
I was gonna say, it's like you're either Necrons or you're Orcs.
Oh, Necrons, baby! They're cool. They're evil robot skeletons that are the rightful rulers of the world. Also, they're easy to paint. They're all metal. You don't have to worry about it. And they got the new codex. I like the Space Wolves because I like their novels.
Yeah.
I like old Ragnar. I actually like the Ultramarines too. Once again, because I read their novels. But yeah, I was like,
I will also go ahead and say I was looking at Warhammer stuff before I saw all of Kevin's posts about Warhammer crap.
okay, good. Good. That means the warp was getting you into it. Also, like,
so yeah, Kevin has plenty of this book.
yeah, if you wanna know,
I read one of them.
if you want to know about some Warhammer, just let me know. Just let me know. I got a bunch of those books. I don't know where some of them are. They're fucking good. Even Age of Sigmar, I've turned her out on it after I've like actually looked at some of the lore. I think Age of Sigmar is actually pretty cool. It's just the poster boys, their Space Marines are still lame, but like every other faction is radical. Like one of them is just a bunch of giants who are hungry and they eat everything. Even like undead, which makes the zombies and stuff really afraid. Because they're like, what the hell? And then they got cursed to like have like an eternal winter doom their whatever that they settled. So the giants decided, hey, how about we just keep riding ahead of the weather? And then it just attacks whoever we're fighting. And then it's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, I like those guys. They're great. Love it. So yeah, we'll get to the news. And the news is Resident Evil 5 Big Lady Edition.
8.
Or V3. Because it could be like Revelations version 3.
No, it's 8 Age.
Yeah. Yeah, eight age. But yeah, it's great.
8-age. 8-age.
Everyone loves Lady D, the big vampire.
Who doesn't love a good Lady D?
Oh man, Lady D's great. She's huge. And then she has her other like vampires who are crazy and want to murder you. It's great. America is finally
got those Lady Deathstrike claws.
Yeah. America is finally coming to terms with your hot evil lady that wants to hurt you. Thank you. We have finally realized the true partitions taste. The game looks good too. I like how like the merchant's just this fat guy that lives in a cart. That's sick.
It feels like Resident Evil 4.
That's
kind of getting me into it.
Yeah, like that's a good one to copy. If you're gonna copy a Resident Evil, you choose 2 or 4.
It's every time I see a game like this come out, I just think, why couldn't Street Fighter V have come out like 2 years later?
I think
when Capcom got its shit together.
Yeah.
When they switched over to the Resident Evil engine and everything like works and looks great.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like every game they've showed, I would say, I'm gonna be real. Post Monster Hunter World seems to have been a banger. Like it was Street Fighter V, and then it was like Monster Hunter World, and then like everything after that, everyone's been like, man, this is really good.
People love Monster Hunter World too.
No, I'm saying like I'm counting Monster Hunter
Nolan.
World. Oh,
no. Yeah, no. If they could have waited, Marvel wouldn't have had to die.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Because like the Resident Evil engine or whatever could have actually done that kind of realistic movie art style they wanted.
It would have been great.
Yo, that RE engine looks real good. Like every game, like even the Monster Hunter Rise for the like Switch apparently uses it, and that game ran fine. So like they could scale it down. So like
it's just not fair.
It's really not fair.
It's the timeline.
Maybe they can have it for Street Fighter 6.
Maybe I mean that.
Yeah, so you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, Street Fighter 6 got leaked with some of their email stuff, and it's like slated for like a 2022. But I doubt I'd buy a PlayStation 5. So it's just like I'm not buying a console just for that.
It would have to be like Third Strike caliber sprites, and then they say the online works. Then I'm looking at you.
So no, that's the real pain in the ass. Marvel Infinite's online was good.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was going to say, Marvel Infinite was the inverse Mortal Kombat 11, where, like, once you have selected your characters and hit play, Marvel Infinite was great. Like, it worked, the internet worked, and it was fine, but everything else about it was nasty.
Oh, you mean it was the inverse ARMS?
Yeah, well, no, I'm going to say Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat had a lot of, like, shit in there. Like, Mortal Kombat fell apart once you started playing it. Oh no, not actually, no. I think maybe you're right with ARMS.
Yeah.
Because I actually liked Mortal Kombat 11.
I enjoyed my time with it. That was about it.
Same here.
I liked it.
Look, I'm just ready to buy. Listen, I think I might buy Street Fighter 6 on the PS5 because I cannot wait to buy a game that is 2 years. There's going to be a great game in 2 years. I'm getting ready for it.
So no, Nolan is correct. By the time we're ready for the PlayStation 5, they'll come out with Street Fighter 6 Championship Edition, and you're like, yeah, it's all fixed and good to go.
That's a
good point.
Also, yeah. So Kevin, what are your issues with the KOF 15 trailers?
Well, okay, so the first trailer was horrific. And then the Sleepy one, I would say, is better. Like, but it's Sleepy Boy, and I don't like it. Like, I still don't think it's the gold standard of the Smash trailer, where you have the cool CG trailer, and then it says like 2 days Sakurai tells you every single move the character can do.
Yeah, but also it's like there's a difference though in that every Smash engine is the same, basically. And like KOF doesn't do that. So people are excited enough watching the Sleepy Boy trailer because he uses an EX move without going into like max mode.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, just raw EX moves are back.
Yeah, for like I didn't catch that at all because I'm not that much of the system. So like when I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, you've gone from like the worst trailer to like a Dragon Ball FighterZ trailer quality.
I think this is better than a Dragon Ball FighterZ trailer too.
A little bit, but like it didn't do much. I guess it's also because it's Sleepy Boy and that does nothing for me. Like,
yeah, if this was Terry Bogard doing stuff, you'd just be excited to see Terry Bogard.
Or Iori. Or Kyo.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Your predictions.
Kingdom Hearts.
Is it King of Dinosaurs or is T-Zoc back?
He's like, oh, I
think it's T-Zoc.
I want King of Dinosaurs to come back, but it might be T-Zoc.
I think it's T-Zoc.
Or it's better yet. I want both. I want T-Zoc to be like, see King of Dinosaurs, be like, who's this? Or sorry, yeah. See, I told you that wasn't me.
Oh, that'd be wild. Or like a feathered dinosaur.
I mean, King of Dinosaurs kind of has some feathers.
But I mean, like way more feathery, like the fusion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Or just give him like a panther, make him blatantly king. He's like a leopard instead of like a cheetah. Or is King a leopard or a cheetah?
So.
I don't remember.
No, listen. T-Zoc would go to the next level. He'd have a big like lion head on him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's a T-Zoc move.
That would be cool. King of Beast.
I would also like a Tekken and a Street Fighter team. Like, I want Akuma and Heihachi and Negan.
Yeah.
Team Otherworld.
Yeah. Always Negan. Never forget the Negan Anywhere system.
He's in Magic. He's in Tekken. He's in The Walking Dead.
Yeah. He's in Fear the Walking Dead. That's still like my favorite fucking announcement when they were doing like the most ambitious crossover yet. Walking Dead teams up with Fear the Walking Dead. And someone just saying that's like the time when Frasier teamed up with Fear the Frasier.
No, when Frasier teamed up with Cheers.
Yeah, it's like no, that's the same thing. It's not ambitious at all. What are you doing? Get out of here, AMC. Trying to make your own TV shows. Yeah, that's an AMC show. I don't know. I don't know what TV is anymore.
Yeah, it's AMC.
Okay. All my time is spent. There's new Teamfight Tactics set came out. I played that shit. It's pretty good. They put in the Noxus lady that has a style meter.
They put in Noctis?
Yeah, they put in Noxus. Noctis killing Lucinda. He's in.
Cool.
She has a style meter. And then she does like a Death Blossom whenever she hits S rank. It's pretty good. She's a sharpshooter. Which means all of her attacks bounce. That's how I won. Got her going. So like every one of her Death Blossom attacks bounced 5 times and it was wild. It's great. What else? What else is in the news other than Resident Evil and King of Fighters? Anything else? Anything else? Until we stop talking, and then I'll remember it.
Nolan, do you want to talk about the new Nicolas Cage movie?
Oh yeah.
I feel like you got cheated last week.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you can talk about it.
Because Nicolas Cage has taken his money and said, "Listen, if they're not going to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I'm going to do it myself."
We were also.
And so now Nicolas Cage is fighting animatronics in a, I guess, haunted pizzeria.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we were saying
potentially.
I want to ask if
potentially
someone broke him into
Nicolas
this, or
Cage?
if he wanted to do it.
I feel like this was pitched. My theory is this was pitched to the Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, we have this script, we have Nicolas Cage attached. Do you want to have it? And then the guy refused it, and then they just made it anyway by changing like the names of the animatronics. That's my
One
theory.
Night at Wendy's.
Yeah, it's like Willy's Wonderland, and then we go, all right, there you go. Because I still say, depending on the quality of that movie, it was either the smartest move to reject it or the dumbest.
Or both.
Could be both. I would have taken that movie, let me tell you. If you could have like Nicolas Cage is Horfo, I'm like, there you go. Sign me up. Nicolas Cage plays me. It's just all my dumb comics, but it's Nicolas Cage as me. Everyone else
30 minutes of the movie is just him streaming Teamfight Tactics.
Yeah, but everyone else, so like Nolan and Drew are played by themselves.
Oh.
So it's just
Nolan, who would you cast to play you?
All right, or if you're thinking about it, Drew, who are you? Oh yeah, okay.
Who would I cast to play me?
Yeah.
Ray Romano.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so I would have to go with
Idris Elba.
no. But I will go down sort of that direct road. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
That's pretty good. Because I was thinking, like, if I had to choose, I'm going to pick someone more handsome and charismatic than me.
Exactly.
like, I don't get the choice because that's just how it has to go. If we get Nicolas Cage, he has to be the lead. Well, yeah.
No, obviously then, oh man. Can I pick Vin Diesel? And then the Target combo movie is actually just Fast and the Furious cross Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm down with it. It's like, because that's a really funny joke. It just goes, here is the tale of a bad MS Paint comic of some nerd, and then it just turns into like street racing in space.
Yep.
It's like, this is what it's like. Yeah, that's what happened. It's the Homer of
Jason
movies.
Statham as Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody's Jason Statham. He goes, I'm gonna fucking get you. Yeah, that's right. You just have us like, and they go like, we just really felt that these characters just, have that down the earth feel.
It's like the last scene is just Nicolas Cage sitting down in front of a computer and just drawing the, like, what's your favorite video game comic?
Drugs. Just on fire, like at the end of Crank. No, yeah, like, but it's just him. He's in hell. Because it's like in Drive Angry 3D. And he's just in his hell desk. And he's just taking out his little tablet and drawing his comic. Think that'll be a good tweet. he pulls up Discord. He goes, okay, guys, it's time to do the podcast. What do you think about
All right.
Man, I think I might be getting into Warhammer again.
it's in their world, the Fast and the Furious is played by us instead of them. Because it's the Last Action Hero rules where like the other actor. So like they're like it's a trailer of like of Drew flexing the no it's Nolan, but he flexes like the cast so it breaks from his arm. It's like, man, that's pretty cool.
Oh.
And then Drew has the evil car because he's evil in that movie.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Later days, everybody.
Later days.
Later days.